Okay, hi guys, I'm Shannon, and this is my beautiful girlfriend Cammie.
No, bite that finger off like that, just.
Okay. And today we're doing our second
Sincerely Yours video.
If you haven't seen the first one or the explanation video, basically we just take topics that we get a lot of questions about, and then we create a video where we can address all of you guys that are asking us the same question at one time.
And we also want to show you guys that you're not alone in these feelings, because if we're answering it, that means we're getting an overwhelming amount of people asking.
Very true.
This Sincerely Yours video topic is
First loves.
not only in our P.O. box, but also a lot on Tumblr. This kind of message stands out to me a lot. People saying like, me and my girlfriend, boyfriend, so-and-so, whatever, just broke up. I don't know what to do. They're the first person I ever loved. How will I ever get over them? Etc, etc. It's constant. Like every few messages is about a first love situation. So we decided to kind of address the topic to you lovely people.
Yes. First loves in general are super intense. It's the first time that you're ever feeling these feelings, and a lot of times you're kind of younger and there's this whole whirlwind of just emotions going on, so they can be very, very intense relationships no matter who you are and who you're dating.
Also in first loves, it can be kind of difficult because you've never done this before. Obviously, first love, it's your first time. You don't really know, you don't have the experience to deal with it. Any relationship's hard, but then when you add the extra level of a romantic relationship, there's a lot of complications in that, and when you're young, you don't know how to deal with that. It's just hard.
First loves in general are so complicated and intense and all these things that we're saying, and then you add the extra stuff that goes along with being in a non-heteronormative relationship. It adds a whole new melting pot of intense feelings.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we get so many messages, because people are having all these normal first love problems, and then on top of that adding in the stress that comes along with it being something non-heteronormative.
When I was in my first relationship, I wasn't out to anyone. So not only was this my first experience being in love, it was this whole nother level of, wow, I have a person who I can finally talk to, finally be myself with. Honestly, it could have been anyone, and that would have been a good feeling. Because I felt like I was hiding myself from every single person I loved and cared about. So to love someone and get to be myself, that's an incredible feeling.
All that does is connect you more and more and more and more and more. And it makes it scarier and scarier and scarier and scarier to lose that person, because you're like, okay, well, if I don't have you, I don't have anyone to talk to about this. And then in my case, for the first person I liked, literally I thought that I would never meet another girl who liked girls and I was attracted to. Like, I didn't think it was gonna happen. Hello? Like, what was I thinking? Like, there are other people out there, but when you're so deep in those relationships and you're so deep in that first love, and you're in this LGBT plus community where we are a smaller portion of the population as a whole, you really do get this sense of like, oh my gosh, I may never ever find someone like you again. You can find someone so much better.
When we were experiencing with coming into terms with who we were, and we were in these relationships that when we didn't even know who we were ourselves, we kind of depended on them to show us who we were. And that's just too much for anyone. Even if it was the perfect person for you, it probably wasn't going to work, because that's so much strain and pressure when you're trying to discover who you are.
And we see a lot of you guys dealing with this same idea of like holding on to someone as kind of like your crutch and as your safety and as the person that you talk to and go to for everything. And me and Cammie very much so relate to that idea. But we are trying to show you through this video there are other people and other resources that you can go to and talk to, and you can find these connections with other people other than just your first love.
And we remember how that feels. And we both went through thinking, oh, this is the only person for me. But clearly it wasn't. Like, whether your first love is your lasting love or ends up being your love lost, there's good that comes out of it. First relationships are vital. They're so useful in so many ways, whether or not they last.
So really what we're trying to say about first loves and everything is that we both, from experience, know that first loves, when you add in the extra pressure of it being your first kind of LGBTQ plus experience, it can be an even more crazy, whirlwind, overwhelming experience for you.
Terrifying.
And we have both been there, and we feel for you, but we want you to know that there's a lot that you're going to take away from these relationships, and also you shouldn't put so much pressure on them to work out.
Yeah.
Let them be what they are, and let them teach you what they're going to teach you.
You might end up with your first love and marry them, grow old, or you might look back and be like, oh, it was a train wreck. Regardless, you live, you learn, and in the end, you take away great things from it. So.
And you are lucky to be in love. If you've had a first love, lucky you. But we're all just trying to find our right love, aren't we?
That's the one that matters.
Alright guys, we love you. We hope you took something away from this video. We hope it helped you in some way, shape, form, or another. At least you heard a little bit of our experience, and yeah.
And anytime you're feeling down about a love that maybe ended, think about what might be next. You might find your very own Shannon.
Or Cammie. They're out there, let me tell you.
We love you guys.